What's going on YouTube? It's Kevin and Mikkel. We are back with a new video. I want to say thank you to everyone who watched last week's video featuring me and Mikkel. And I want to thank Dennis for being a special guest. He filled in for Mikkel on Thursday night's video. So thank you, Den, for coming on the show. And I see everybody enjoyed the video and they loved the graphics and everything that I applied to the video. I'm going to try to keep doing that for the rest of the videos. All I need is y'all support by sharing the videos. It's free to share and it's free to watch. So you just share it onto Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. You can text message. You know, share our videos whatever website you go on. Talk about the scripture. Tell everybody about the Scorpion Show. Please make sure you start this video by clicking that thumbs up button. And let's get into this video because we got a lot to talk about Beyonce and stuff. So let's start with Saturday. Saturday, Beyonce dropped a new video named Formation. And I mean, the internet was going crazy about this song. I didn't know the title of the song, but I seen that Formation was trending on Twitter. I didn't know what it was about. And then I seen you had posted some stuff. You had posted a picture of the girl trying to drive the car and everything. And she was talking about trying to pull over to the side. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, let me see what the video was like. Now, I went and watched the video because, you know, I had to catch up on American Crime and Shades of Blue. Shout out to those that watched that. I watched the video the first time. I was like, okay. For me, it felt like something I've seen before already from the Beyonce videos, because you know how she was repping New Orleans hard from that Beyonce album. So I just was like, I don't know. And then, you know, the song itself, I wasn't a big fan of the song. But even though I'm not a big fan of the song, you got to get into the lyrics and what she is saying and what she's talking about. For me, that's what it is, those lyrics. But I just feel like after the first impression, I was like, no, bitch, I want more. I want something more. I want something more than this. And I was like, well, when it comes to the Super Bowl, I hope she don't perform this song. Yes, I was like, no, I don't want her to perform this song. We'll get to the Super Bowl in a second because I want Mikkel to tell his impression when you first seen that video.
Well, listen, when I first saw the video, I was in D.C., Baltimore, and
I forgot to talk about that trip.
I went to the White House. Well, I went to the White House on Saturday. I had a great time. We toured the White House with my church. We had a great time. It was a great trip. Yeah. If you can go to the White House, you know, and tour the White House, I would recommend you do it. It's not as big as it looks on TV. The inside of it, I mean, it's really nice. I have some pictures that I took, so I'll be posting them, and I did post some on my Instagram. But yes, if you can, excuse me, contact your state representative and, you know, wherever you live to see, you know, see how you can go about getting tickets for the White House. It's free. We had a good time. So back to Beyonce. So I saw the video there at the mall, and very, very rare that I fall in love with something so fast. And I fell in love with it so fast, and I think I fell in love with it so fast because not when she said that Illuminati mess, yeah, it's corny.
That's the first thing I quoted.
Yeah. Because you know what, Beyonce, I've been saying that for all these years. When people have been saying that about y'all, it's corny, it's late, it's tired. I don't even know why they, you know, but whatever the case may be. I fell in love with it when she started talking about her baby's hair and how she loves it, and I was like, yes. And then she had her daughter sitting there. I just was like, yes. And then as the video gradually went on, I fell more and more in love with it. I love the scene when she's in the hallway with the dancers with the burgundy on. She kills it. I love the scene when she's in the car and she's hanging out the window and it's riding, and you hear Big Frida saying, yes, but, you know, just going all for her. I love the scene when they, you know, and I slay. I just love the video. I really, really like the song. I really do. I too, speaking on what you said about the lyrics, like, you really do have to get into the lyrics to understand what exactly that she is talking about. It's a really good, positive song in a fun way. I love the beat. I really do like it. And I love the fact that I was a little iffy because I didn't know if she would perform the song at the Super Bowl. Because I'm like, is she really gonna perform this at the Super Bowl? Because it's so new. But then the next day, she did, and now that you start the Super Bowl.
But I'm glad that she waited 24 hours, because if she just would have came out of nowhere with this new song, I don't think it would have had that big impact, like, you know, doing it the day before. Because then, you know, y'all done listened to it maybe 200 times on repeat, especially Beyonce Beehive. You know, she came out, like, first of all, Chris Martin doing the halftime show. Well, excuse me, Coldplay. And y'all just gonna have to excuse Mikhail. Y'all know he told y'all last week about, you know, his cars and stuff. I just felt bad for Coldplay. And I need all these artists to know. Do not, if the NFL offers you their floor for the Super Bowl, do not ever bring on an entertainer that's better than you. Because you will be upstaged and outshined, and that's what happened to Coldplay and the lead singer Chris Martin. Because, you know, it was more like he was the opening act for Bruno Mars and Beyonce. And, you know, Bruno Mars don't really get his credit. And every time he gets on the stage, he fucking kills it.
I was just here at the day of work.
He kills it. He did a great job. And then...
See, and the two of them together was amazing.
Yes, and they need to do a song together ASAP. And I would love that. You know, like, Beyonce came out, bitch, I wasn't ready. Y'all know me. If y'all know me, y'all know I love black and gold. Black and gold. I've never been able to incorporate it with myself, but I do hope that one day in the future I do. Like, find something black and gold. It's so powerful to me. And for her, when they came out, they had the little drill team, well, the drummers. You know, I was like, okay, bitch, y'all better give me that lose my breath when they did the opening at the Thanksgiving Day. I was like, yes, bitch. So they came out. And the way that they all were on beat and on point, bitch, they fucking did that. I don't even got to sit there and talk about all the fucking dance moves, except for when Beyonce made that little stumble, bitch, and then went into that, and then went right back into the choreography, bitch, as if nothing ever happened. As if nothing ever happened. And then, you know, after she did her little thing, her and Bruno Mars got together and they started singing both of these songs back and forth. And then, I don't know what song Coldplay did, but child, I just was like, I wanted more. I thought they was going to give Beyonce at least more songs or whatever, but I know that halftime show wasn't about her. But damn, bitch, when you put her name on there, she's the biggest marquee name on there. She just needs to give her the fucking floor, bitch. It is fucking Super Bowl halftime show. This is the 50th Super Bowl. So, bitch, give it to the biggest bitch killing it. And, you know, I know a lot of people don't like what Beyonce is and what she stands for and everything. Like, I seen some tweets by Trent. Shout out to Trent, because he says a lot of deep things. Now, his thing was, I don't understand how Beyonce is, she's wearing weave and everything, and she's talking about black empowerment and stuff, but she's doing this. You know what? It's not about the messenger, but are you getting the message? That's what it's about. It's just like the pastor too. The pastor or the bishop or whoever he is, he gets there and he preaches to his crowd. Now, whatever he does in his personal life, that's not his business, because you're not there to judge that. You're there to go there for the word. And I'm not saying Beyonce is giving the word, but at least Beyonce is recognizing something that's going on with her black people. I do wish that she can speak up and say something, not just her husband too. They are a power couple, and they've been a power couple for a good 10 years. It would be good to hear them speak. It would be good to hear Jada Pinkett and Will Smith speak out too. Like, you know, if you could captivate the world by what you do, by putting a deep thought into everybody's mind and actually speaking up about it, it may change you never know who you may change just by speaking up and saying something. But she's still incorporating her video. Stop shooting us, stop killing us, the Hurricane Katrina stuff. Like, she put a lot of stuff into that video. And, you know, even though I wasn't too crazy about it the first time, it's like, that bitch fucking did that shit yesterday. I like the song even more after seeing her performing at the Super Bowl and with her not incorporating all the New Orleans and stuff. Them bitches got on that stage and wore it the fuck out.
And I loved every...
I know you did. They wore it out.
I think Bruno Mars and Beyonce on stage together was genius. It really was. But to go back to the comment that Trent made about Beyonce and, you know...
Yeah.
I 10,000% agree with you. It's not about the messenger, it's about the message. And again, we have this tit for tat. I've been saying this for years. This woman can't do anything without somebody nitpicking and saying, oh, well, how's she going to sing something like that, but then have this? Well, you know, Beyonce wears weave. A lot of these artists wear weave, including Mariah Carey. They all do it. But when they have a powerful message that they're giving, the last thing I'm going to do is say, oh my God, how's she going to give a powerful message about such and such and she got a hair full of weave? So I totally disregarded the fact that I totally disregarded the fact that Mariah Carey gave a powerful message about this and about that and just went straight to the weave. Like, it makes totally no sense. But then again, you know, that's what haters do. They hate. And they tend to hate on things that are just so irrelevant, especially when the person that they're hating on is so good. Instead of just saying that was a great performance and I love the message, they went to, or not even that, because I never even heard anybody say that or saw that. You said that, he said that. I don't follow him, so therefore I don't know what he says, nor do I care. But it just is silly that someone would even, like, what? Beyonce has been wearing weave forever. So now all of a sudden we don't want her to sing any black empowerment songs because she has weave in her. Okay, well.
But to me, I don't think the song. To me, I don't really think the song was about.
Wait, we don't want Beyonce to wear weave in her hair when she's singing about a black empowerment song, but all of her dancers had on Afro wigs. And I'm sure there were a lot of people in the 70s whose afros were not natural.
I would hope so.
Well, I'm sure there wasn't. You know, the 70s were big for, it was big for different types of wigs. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to go there and go tit for tat. You know, because it's irrelevant. Like, why would I care if the afro's fake? I don't care that that afro's fake. You know what I mean? I could care less if their afro's fake. Why would I even talk about that? I'm talking about the performance. Shout out to Bruno Mars, shout out to Beyonce, shout out to Coldplay.
Yes.
I love the performance. I really did. I thought it was great. I thought it was fun. I thought it was interesting that people, out of that whole entire performance, one of the top things that was talked about was her stumbling. And I'm thinking, like, really? That was like for only like 5 seconds when she did that. But yet, that 5 seconds captivated that whole entire performance. Like, I couldn't believe that that actually was so much talked about. Because when I saw it, I was like, ooh. I did notice it when it happened. I was like, ooh. And I honestly did not think that people would talk about it this much. I honestly didn't think that because I'm thinking like,
that was dropping it low and trying to pick it back up in that ass, you know. But the way she circled it and went back, it was all on beat and on point, and she got right back into it, bitch.
But you know what's even more, the even more, we'll put the cherry on the ice on the cake for me with that whole entire performance.
What?
Was when it was over. Because then a formation tour was announced.
Yes.
And that just sent the internet into a
frenzy. Yes, it did.
Her website was crashed. Ticketmaster crashed. And I know this because I went to both sites. And they were. And how about this? This morning, Beyonce.com was still crashed.
Is it still crashing?
Check now.
Is it 5 o'clock?
It was still. Are you serious?
Oh, let's see. Not Best Buy, bitch, Beyonce. Like .com. No, her website is.
What is it?
It's up. Yeah. Okay, it's finally back up.
Is it?
Yeah. It's taking a long time to load. But these bitches is all over the website. People's going crazy about the Formation World Tour, and it's about to actually start. Now,
at the end of April.
Yes, and she didn't say anything about an album. So.
But I can only imagine that from now to April, there will be something else coming out. And there may be an album coming out.
Yeah, I hope so.
Because if you go on a Formation Tour, then you better have a fucking album out.
Like,
because because I need to hear these new songs, and I need to see you perform these new songs on this Formation tour. Formation better not be the only new song on this tour, Beyonce. Read my lips. Yeah. Formation better not be the only new song on this tour. Okay. But another thing, what really got me after that, because I didn't even pay attention when the tour was announced. I wasn't even paying attention, Kevin. I was not even paying attention. I didn't catch on until probably about 2 hours later. This is a stadium tour.
Yes, bitch, that's the first thing I said.
Are you kidding me? It took me back to after the On the Run tour when we talked about it. And I said, Beyonce is such a big artist that she can do a stadium tour. If y'all don't believe me, go back to when we reviewed, I think, the On the Run tour, and I said that. Girl, you listen. And I guarantee you she's not going to have any problems selling
a ticket. See, the ticket prices range from $200 to $3 down to $65. And I was just telling my nephews this. Because them like, and you know, Art from Cross, she's talking about, no, them tickets gonna be like $700 even to be in the North. I said, no.
But then he must not have never been to.
Every artist starts with a cheap seat all the way up to like maybe $300-400. $500 if it's like a little package deal. But I don't know if Beyonce is meeting anybody before the tour. So I think once some artists get to a certain level,
I think her meet and greet thing is over. And you know why I think it's over? Not just for her, but certain artists excuse me, that get to that level. I think they stop the meet and greets because they get so big that people really will do anything to meet them. And you would have so many people buying the meet and greet packages. It's like, listen, I can't meet all these damn people every city I go to. So they probably just say, you know what? And they probably only invite certain special people, like from different charities or things like that. But as far as a meet and greet, I think those days are over. I hope they're not over, but
okay. And I hope Beyonce days are not over either. Because I mean, what better way to come to Philly besides going to Lincoln Financial Field? And, you know, having a fucking cheesesteak with the Scorpion show. Or, bitch, let's go to Popeyes. Or Red Lobster. I don't care. We gonna do it. I will be down for that. I want to go back to the Beyonce used to eat in her fucking interviews and chew ice, bitch. I want to go back to that. Let's have fun and get information.
Listen, excuse me. I actually want this chair to stop swiveling because I feel like a child.
Well, stop moving.
I know. I feel like a child.
Information.
So we're going to tighten it so it won't move for me. But I am really excited about this tour because I told Diggy swore to me up and down.
That she wasn't on tour?
No. I have to give Diggy credit on camera because Diggy swore to me up and down at the Super Bowl that, don't cut me off, just listen. At the Super Bowl, Blue Ivy was going to show up on stage because apparently there was a song that she has with Coldplay or something like that, and that Beyonce was going on tour this summer. Well, Diggy was kind of right. Blue Ivy showed up the day before in a music video, and Beyonce is going on tour this year. So I got to give it to Diggy because he called it, and Diggy called it about a month ago. And I was like, you know, no, that ain't going to happen, Diggy. And he was like, I guarantee you, this is what's going to happen. I said, Diggy, but you an Ashanti girl. Why are you worried about what the fuck?
Sure, because Ashanti clearly ain't doing nothing these days. And it's no shame. But I do miss the Ashanti of the old. I want to come back, but anyway, we got to get back to Beyonce because not only that, Beyonce.
Are you going to the Formation tour?
First of all, we need
somebody.
We're not. Let me tell you something. We're gonna have to get.
Listen. No, come here. I gotta. No, I'm gonna say it afterwards because I gotta tell you.
Oh yeah, I'm coughing.
I know. How do you think I feel? I know people tired of hearing it, but how do you think I feel? I'm the one that's doing it. I can't wait till I go back to the doctor. So how do you think I feel?
Yeah, man, you just eating them like it's candy. Pause.
I've been drinking tea like it's water.
Hot tea, water with lemon, and put the little hole at the
I've been
bottom.
drinking. Listen, I've been drinking. Listen, I've been drinking hot tea with honey, halls, and medicine inside of it. And when I tell you, it is
You saying nasty or so good?
Bitch. I'm not even a tea drinker. But I've been pouring this medicine in there. Bitch, it is so good. I'm surprised I'm not higher. Oh, when I tasted it, I'm thinking, because that was the first time I put medicine inside a tea. What? I was drinking that tea down. And then I bought this peach tea. It's not Lipton's.
Bigelow?
It's in a green and black bottle. It might be bigger. But that is so good. And I'm not even a tea drinker. I don't like iced tea. I don't like no type of tea. But baby, I tell you, I've been drinking tea like it's water, and the tea helps momentarily.
But guess what? That tea ain't only helping with that. It's gonna help with that belly too.
Well, listen.
I'm trying to tell you.
Listen.
Ain't nothing like green tea.
Listen.
I'm talking about a fat burner.
Listen. Listen. Listen.
Wait, bitch! I'm thinking they cough drops. That's a fucking bottle.
Yeah. What you think about? Bottle medicine.
I'm thinking, how the fuck you gonna get high off of that?
No.
Sure.
Yeah.
But you talk a little Wayne and I'm gonna teach you.
Listen, I can see why. I hope I don't get hooked. I'm gonna go to the doctor and say, listen, y'all gotta give me something so I won't be hooked, because I will become one of those people.
Yeah.
God forbid. Because I've been taking this like it's. We'll talk about getting information. Bitch.
But wait.
No. Don't
That's
get
what
to
you
the
was about to
tour.
say, yes.
I am excited. And not only is it a stadium tour, and I said this too. When they came here on the run tour, they had it at the baseball stadium. What is it called?
This Citizens Bank Park.
Citizens Bank.
That hill was way more seats than Financial Field. No.
Financial Field is bigger. The football stadium is
I think
bigger.
it was like 50,000 people.
Because remember, no. I think
yeah.
no, you look up
Financial.
No, you look up Citizens Park Bank and I'll look up Financial.
How many seats does Citizens Bank Park hold?
Interesting question, Kevin.
I think it holds like 70,000 seats.
Right.
Because they're trying to get WrestleMania there. Google, how many seats does Citizens Bank Park hold?
Searching Google for how many seats does Citizens Bank Park.
Oh, Financial Field has 70,000
Yes.
and
I knew it, and this only has 40-something thousand. I knew it.
wait a minute. It don't look that fucking big on TV.
But you know why? Because you gotta remember, the Citizens Bank Park, it goes around and then there's a giant opening where there's no seats. And remember, that's where the stage was at for the concert. But whereas though the Lincoln Financial Field goes all the way around and there's seats
I
all the way
thought
around.
Citizens Bank Park was way bigger.
No, the football field is way bigger. I don't know any baseball stadium that's bigger than a football stadium anyway.
Seattle has a big baseball field. Safeco. They probably changed the name by
Truth be
now.
told, they all look small close up. Don't they? They look really small close up.
But what I was saying was that Beyonce, it was announced that Beyonce and some of her former management team split up. Now I don't want to say fired because fired sound harsh. I don't think Beyonce was like, yeah, bitch, you fired.
Right.
No. I just feel like she's at that point to now where like, you know, she should be way bigger than where she is. Like when I say that, like when Adele can sell fucking CDs to anybody, Beyonce should have been way at that point. And when it comes to the marketing, they have to do marketing better. They have to do something better, and they have to put people in there that actually, not saying that they didn't want to work, but y'all remember 2 years ago I was questioning, like Beyonce is headlining the Super Bowl, and why isn't she releasing a new fucking song, a new video, a tour, an album, something?
Well,
like
now,
nothing came out.
It's funny that, and I remember you saying that, and now you can tell that the management is different than
the previous thing.
because not only did a new song come out the day before, but it's crazy because people knew before the announcement because Ticketmaster got on and tweeted a big announcement after the Super Bowl. And so that's when people knew, bitch, it's over. But this tour is going to be big for her because this is a solo tour. that she's used to doing, but it's a solo stadium tour. Artists like Bruce Springsteen,
Taylor Swift,
One Direction, John Bon Jovi, Mick Jagger, you know, all those people, you know, the Rolling Stone. All these are people who do
this
stadium tours consistently. And now Beyonce is joining that.
Yes.
group.
And it's easier to do a stadium instead of doing like several nights because the average arena was maybe about 20,000 people, probably less. So if you could fill up a stadium, bitch, everybody get their tickets, 70,000, probably 50 to 70,000.
Yeah.
Bitch, everybody got their life, and I can go on. And it'll be easier for her. Because, you know, Blue Ivy's getting older, too. So, I mean, you know, get this tour out the way. But then you know she's going to go overseas. And I don't know how many days she's doing back-to-back. She'll probably do LA twice and New York twice. I don't know.
I didn't see any days back to, like, any...
Probably not yet. But after and you know,
I don't, but you
I'm
know,
not even fighting tomorrow for no damn ticket. I'm going to just get my ticket when I get it.
But you know what's crazy? Well, I'm gonna try to fight a little bit. But you know what's crazy? I could be wrong, and you could be right. But I really can't see her doing a New York or a LA back to back with a stadium tour. Because I can't see her selling that out. If she can sell back to back like that,
that's Beyonce.
Yeah. But that's a lot of fucking people.
Yes, and you know what the crazy thing is? She didn't get these tickets. You know how like some artists they'll be like, bitch, they'll release their tickets. They'll sell them 6 months before to give it a chance to sell. She's like, no, bitch, I perform. My tickets gonna sell on Tuesday, and then they're going on Friday. So now, you know,
next Friday.
Yes, this Friday.
No, the 16th.
I thought the pre-sale's tomorrow.
Right.
And then tickets gonna sell on the 12th.
Oh, I thought it was the 16th. I'm sorry. And
That's
probably
all.
next Friday is not even the 16th anyway, is it? No, it's not. You might be right.
So, you know, I mean, but that's Beyonce. So, if anybody wants to buy the tickets up first, it's the scalpers. They're going to sell them and then they're going to upsell. Like, I hate that. But that's what's going to happen.
I'm going to say this right now. I'm going to say it right now. And I don't know when you're going to post this video, but I'm going to say it right now. Beyonce.com. And all you other websites that's going to be selling these tickets tomorrow for the pre-sale. I don't even think I can blame the website.
It's going to crash.
Right, because if it crashed yesterday, just before the announcement, it's going to crash. Remember the hard time I had with the last time? When I went to run? Remember that?
I remember. I'm moving in.
And I went in. Because I was so over it.
You never worked with it.
I had a ready to be over it, didn't I? I did. And I didn't like the hassle.
They have to fix it.
They have to fix it. And then they have to fix it, especially for the VIP members, the fan club members. You have to fix it for them and for us.
And this is what they need to do. They need to make it like, they need to go by seniority based on how long you've been registered to Beyonce.com. If they did it that way, it'd be easier because they'd be like, well, if you want to purchase these tickets, you have between this time and this time to purchase the tickets. If you don't get your tickets in between then we're sorry. You have to wait in line like everybody else. It should come on that type of basis because that's the type of artist she is. So if you've been a member, bitch, you be buying the shirts and all of that shit. Why shouldn't you be first priority to get these tickets? Just like airlines do, they let their fucking priority bitch get on the plane first because this how long you've been rocking with us. That's the type of status that these big artists should have when it comes to ticket pricing and ticket buying. And if you can't, you ain't got to come on any little funds. Okay, well, sorry this time. But next in line, we'll go to this member. You've been a member for such and such time. You can get your tickets in this time frame. And I think that's how they should do it. So that way everybody is not all rushing to the website at one time, crashing the website, waiting in line for all these. I'm sure some people call out to try to get the tickets and they're still unsuccessful. But there's a better way to do that, and I think that's the best way to go about getting those tickets for the show. And I mean,
I did that once.
what?
Called out of work.
Yeah, to get them tickets, and then bitch you still.
And I woke up. I had to wake up about an hour early before they went on sale. And when they went on sale, I still didn't. And I was on the phone. I still didn't get the tickets. That was the on the run. I think it was the on the run, and I was over it.
Yeah. Or they should do like what you call it? If they can't do it that way, it should be a lottery drawing for you to get your pre-sale code. It has to be done differently because making everybody race to the site is just, they need to fix that.
Because it just crashed it.
Yeah. And Adele tickets went on sale like that, and child, them girls, people wasn't because they could not get through. Like, that's what's going to happen when it's a big artist like, you know, her and Adele going on tour. But with Beyonce, bitches, not just her, I'm not calling her a bitch, I'm saying, but with y'all, the Hive, y'all gotta make sure this album sells no less than 1 million in 1 week. There's no way for her to, Beyonce, to be on this level and she can't sell 1 million copies in 1 week.
Didn't she do that for the last one?
In 3 days.
She sold 1 million.
No, it was like 800. They said it was like 800 and something. But I'm talking about, I want them to be 1 million. I want to, because you know at that time she released it on a Friday, and albums released on Tuesday to a Monday time frame, so they was only able to count in that time. So when this album goes on sale, y'all gotta represent. Y'all got to represent, and it has to be over 1 million. And I don't care about. And then we need Beyonce to have a #1 single too. She had his #1 single since Single Ladies. That was in the last decade, bitch. We in a whole new decade and she still don't have a #1 album. #1 single. Come on, we got to fix that. So all these new streaming avenues, and with a big fan base like hers, it needs to be #1. No excuse, no more excuses. And Rihanna only sold 166,000 copies of Anti. These are people that bought it, including me. 166,000 copies. Now, I don't know if that was including streams, but it was #1, but not with those 1 million sales. So, but it's still, I guess, congratulations to Rihanna, but I wonder how much it would have sold if Samsung didn't buy those 1 million copies. That's a good question, and I guess we'll never know until the next album. And what, it was something else.
So she has, this is her second #1 album.
Yes, her second one. And I'm still worried about this tour. Not because of Beyonce being on sale. No, Rihanna. Not because Beyonce's on sale, none of that stuff. I'm worried about the sound of this tour and what songs she's going to perform, because Rihanna don't really have no new songs that get the party started. So I don't know how she's going to work those songs. I don't know.
Well, she'll definitely have a lot of old songs that she's going to.
She's going to have to.
Yeah, and so she'll incorporate that in there, and it'll flow.
I hope. Who? I don't know. There's some other stuff. I want Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga, I think she did a fantastic job with the national anthem. And she did it her way. And I think this is the first time in a while where I didn't watch anybody's Super Bowl performances. I didn't like hype her up like, oh, she got to top Whitney or try to top Beyonce and all this stuff. I wasn't a big fan of Gaga's outfit. I will say that. And the red on red, I didn't like that. But bitch went out there and sang that national anthem. And Gaga, you did that. It's like,
that's Raymond.
Oh, that's Raymond. We got, it's a whole different, it's like a whole different ball game with Gaga. And Gaga is doing a damn thing. From winning a Golden Globe to performing at the Super Bowl. Next week she'll be performing at the Grammys. And then 2 weeks later she's going to be performing at the Oscars. And she's nominated for an Oscar for a song, for a movie she wrote for. Gaga, it's like she's having a great year. And, you know, I want her to capitalize on that too. I don't want you to just be like, yeah, I did that, and then, bitch, April comes and we forgot about you because there's no more horror story and stuff like that. Gaga got to be on the ball too. This is really like a great year for music in itself so far because all of our big stars are coming in or they're going on tour, and it's just time for everybody to capitalize off of that. And something like, you know, I'm not really a fan of like, oh, this person, they need to cancel because, you know, another artist went on another singer's page and was like, you know what, yeah, these so-called artists about to come out with something new, they need to stop now with something, you know.
Who said that?
Who
Please tell me later. About who? Wait, whoa!
You ain't see that?
No.
Let me show you.
Let me count.
But
They're not even in the same.
Exactly.
They're not even in the same. So why should she have to? They're not even in the same bracket.
Exactly.
So why should she have to stop her tour?
Or album.
Or album?
Yes, album. Listen.
Because she would still not outsell. And that's no shade.
Come on, I know.
It's no shade.
It's no shade.
It's the truth. So then why would you take that and put that on somebody's page? Oh, I'm sick, so I'm not gonna go there.
Tell them about it.
I'm sick. I'm not gonna go there.
Yeah. I don't know if it was all because everybody was excited about Beyonce coming back and stuff, but my goodness, even Red Lobster is trying to capitalize off of that.
Listen, if you fuck you good, you better take him to Red Lobster.
Are you going to Red Lobster?
Listen. I ain't been down that road yet. So nobody be going to Red Lobster on my dime. I'll take him to Wendy's.
And you know you'd like to go there.
You knew.
I'm trying to find it. Here we go.
Is she coming out with new music?
I don't know.
Because then she should take her own advice. That's what I would say. Take your own advice.
But I'm just excited. So you got Beyonce going on tour, Jada on tour, Rihanna going on tour. Like this is gonna be exciting, and I plan on going to see all three. But I must make sure I get my Beyonce tickets before I get my Rihanna ticket. And that's no shade to Rihanna, but I want to see this formation tour. I want to be able to enjoy it and things like that. I know some things I wanted us to talk about. Mikkel did not get a chance to see American Crime Story: The People versus O.J. Simpson. So we're going to make sure that before he goes to bed tonight, do not watch Love and Hip Hop. Go to FX on demand and watch People versus O.J.
Is it like a mini-series?
It's going to be a mini-series for 10 weeks. And when you watch it, because we're very
I heard it was good.
Yeah, you're going to remember the stuff that you used to see like on Channel 6 and all of that stuff. And everybody named, like they had, of course they had, what's his name? Johnny Cochran, Chris Darden, Marsha Clark, Robert Kardashian, even though I don't remember him like that. I believe Robert Shapiro.
Hold on, I just want
K.O. Kalin. They got everybody.
Yeah, that was it. That, the June 14th.
That's in Philly?
No. June 14th, 1994. That was the OJ thing. When the Bronco
the
chief.
Bronco chief.
Yeah. Well, that was the same day my grandmother died. June 14th, 1994. And of course my grandmother wasn't as big as OJ. So her wasn't on the news. But she did make the newspaper.
I know that's right.
She did make the newspaper. My grandmother was a very big woman, and well, a lot of people in the obituary section they make it, but there was this big article about her because she was a big woman in the area where she lived at. And it was so crazy because her funeral was so packed at the old location where our church used to be. Her funeral was so packed that people couldn't get into the sanctuary. That's how packed it was. It was standing, people were standing. They had to bring some of the portable speakers attach them and take them downstairs to the lower level for people who couldn't make it upstairs.
Wow.
That's how big it was. It was. My grandmother was really, and that's why I always speak about her. Y'all always hear me talk about her, because that was my heart, and she was a very well-loved woman. But I always remember June 14th, 1994, because that was the day she died. And ironically, every time I graduated from school, it was on June 14th. I graduated from middle school June 14, 2000, and high school June 14, 2004. It always fell on the day that she died. So that's my little OJ story. Like I said, she wasn't as big as OJ, so her death wasn't on the news, but she was big to us here in Philly on June 14, 1994, when she died. But yes,
it was good, and
I can't wait to see it because I heard it was really good.
I hope that you watch it so we can talk about it on Thursdays.
I will.
And
I hope that I hear it when I'm watching it.
What you mean? I wasn't ready.
I can't wait to go back to the doctors.
And yes, this Wednesday night is the premiere of The Next 15, starring Claudia Jordan, Karamo, Miss New York, Jennifer Williams, Gloria Levine, and Carlos King. I guess he wants to be a cast member, or he just wants to be in front of the camera now. I don't know. But I watched the digital premiere of the show on TV One website, and I don't think it's the full episode because it's only 36 minutes, and the normal show is about 42 minutes with commercials. So I don't want to review it now, but I do want you guys to watch it and catch up on it because it is something that I want to talk about. And I'm not picturing. Well, the premise is that they want to do. Claudia Jordan wants to do a talk show with people that was from reality TV to. I guess
I saw the preview.
Redeem themselves. And
I saw the preview.
Did you watch it? Oh
no, I saw the preview and New York was over it.
Yes, I'm not making fun of fucking Claudia Jordan, bitch.
That's what she said. That's exactly what she said.
Yeah.
Oh,
and Miss New York is a key. Like, bitch, she kept saying like, I paved the way for these reality bitches,
and she did. And she did.
And she did.
And she did. And she did. Yes.
Yes, New York
did.
She said, I paved the motherfucking
And I dare a young buck today to say no, she didn't. Because when she was on TV, these young kids was toddlers.
My Sunday nights belong to VH1 Celebrity Reality, bitch. Come on now, Flavour of Love, and what's the boot camp show? Reality Celebrity Boot Camp.
When New York's mom got into an argument with that guy's mom at that restaurant, and that guy's mom told New York's mom that she looked like a transvestite, I lost it.
Man, that used to be my fucking Sunday.
You think I didn't lose it? When New York's mom took those guys to church with her, and she got up there and started saying, praise him, praise. You think I didn't lose it?
Oh, I wonder what happened.
When Flavour of Love's mom came on that show looking just like him.
Yes.
You think I didn't?
I'm not going to talk about it. No, but she looked better than him. I will say that.
But you couldn't deny him.
No. Because they both were the same color. Both of them. Shout out to Flavour Flaves. Because he set it off for shows like, I think shows like The Bachelor and things
when
like that.
When that girl stood in that line and shitted on herself.
I remember that. And she got in there the first episode. And I think her name was something with her dark skin. Well, shit on herself. Because she couldn't hold it in that line. But she's like, oh, I got the cut and shit. And they all started smelling. They eliminated her on the first night. And I would too, bitch. You don't shit nowhere. Ugh. You can't control your house.
But she did it standing up.
Hey, You ever got to really have to go and you try to run and
But
you
how
just
did
can't
nobody
run?
hear it hitting the floor? Because they were standing on hard floor, marble floor.
I don't know. I can't, my mind can't go to.
Because I know it started stinking
Exactly
the
how it
minute.
happened. But I like the few of the, I like Goldie, Hoops, Delicious. Delicious used to be a hot mess.
To me-
But when she got that girl to go crazy, because Crazy thought she could sing, and she got behind Flavor and started singing and killed that bitch, or that just killed her whole career.
New York didn't like Hoops, in my opinion, because Hoops is very pretty.
Pretty, yeah.
And New York couldn't stand that.
Yeah. She was like, do I look like I give a damn? Because I don't. She was over it. She was like, Flav, you want to do this to me 2 times?
2 times? Yo, what she said, you stabbed me with in the same room. Excuse me. Hold on.
Ow! Do I look like I give a damn? Because I don't.
Listen, baby.
Oh, New York was the shit. And then when fucking the white girl, what's her name? When she spit at her, bitch. You know they added that spit because she didn't really spit on her, but she spit at her. But you don't spit at nobody. That's the ultimate sign of disrespect, bitch. And you deserve whatever happens to you afterwards. Yes. But yeah. So the next 15 will premiere on TV One this Wednesday. I'm not sure of the time. But y'all check the time and y'all watch the show because I'm going to talk about that.
Sometimes you got to remind people, yes, I did pave the way.
Yes, she did. And she said, bitch, I'm the queen of reality TV, bitch. And I mean, you can't deny any of which. Now, as far as the Super Bowl, I was disappointed in Cam Newton and the Panthers because I just knew that they were going to win because they were dominating the whole season. They were 17-2 or 16-2, whatever the case may be. Yes, I've been told to get aboard a bitch. Because I'm starting to choke every time I can feel it coming out. Excuse me. Yeah. So yeah, I was kind of disappointed with them because I just felt like, damn, like what's going on? But the defense from the Denver Broncos was just crazy, and it got to the point where I just was like, bitch, I'm ready to play some FIFA 16 on the Xbox, and that's what I did. And then when it was halftime, of course I watched and we all went there. We all talked about that. We all know what happened. How Bruno and Beyonce slayed the damn show. I guess, you know, they did a great, fantastic job. Now, let me find something else that y'all want us to tell them. Now, afterwards, Cam Newton, that was a, what do you call that word? That was just a bad, it was just bad that he let himself go like that because he was so disappointed in himself and his team. When they went to the press conference, he didn't even speak. But, you know, I really understand. And at that time, I think I don't think people that lose big games like that, they should speak because it's your emotion, you lost, and I understand that it's tough because everybody just knew that the Panthers was going to win. Like they put him up on that pedestal because his team only lost 1 game during the regular season. Just like when Serena Williams, she won all of those Grand Slams, got to the semifinals and lost. And it's a hurt piece. It's not nothing you want to talk about because there's so much pressure on you, and what you want to do is prove all your critics wrong, and then when you get there, you fail, and it's not nothing you want to talk about. But you cannot be a poor sport and not just get to the conference. Just answer the questions, say what you had to say, and keep it moving. And Cam Newton didn't do that. He was very immature. He got up and he just left the press conference. And, you know, some people got on the internet and they were just saying all kinds of stuff about him. And then Bill Romanowski, I believe that was his name, he got on Twitter and saying you'll never go far with that type of attitude. And then he said that he called them a boy. And you don't do that. So then you're going to say, well, I'm not racist and such, but I apologize for saying that. No, bitch, you meant what you said the first time. And I'm so tired of celebrities. They always think they can get away with saying stuff and then apologize, and then it's all over with. No, bitch, you meant exactly what you said. And then when you start talking about his conduct, you know, what about your conduct? They had all of this charges you had and fines and stuff, and you talking about how far somebody's career is going to go. Congratulations to Cam Newton and the Panthers for making that far to the Super Bowl. I hope next year they have a better season, but I don't want them to win the Super Bowl because I want the Eagles to win. And I hope the Eagles get it together because I want to see them in the goddamn Super Bowl. We ain't seen the Super Bowl in 11 years. So it'd be good to see them get another Super Bowl. Who doing the Vegas residency? Big Boy. Okay. Big Boy doing a Vegas residency by himself? Anyway, did y'all get a chance to see the NAACP Awards? I had a chance to see it. I loved it. Ain't nothing like black power, because that's all it was, you know, represented. Of course, we've seen some white people and stuff like that. But it's always a show that's very uplifting, because we see people win awards that deserve to win awards, and it's never, oh, that person shouldn't have won. It's, you know, it's a real award show, and it was just like some of the categories they'd be like, oh my God, I can't believe, like, I don't know who's gonna win. Some of them I didn't know who the fuck was gonna win. So you know, I was happy to see Taraji win, like Empire won, Terrence Howard won. I don't think Viola Davis won an award. I don't think she won, but it's another black show that won. I don't remember. But I know Anthony Anderson was on point during the NAACP Awards, and he got Stacey Dash the fuck out of here. Yes, he did. Open the door, Michelle. You know, through more pages. Did you see NAACP Awards?
When was it? Sunday?
Friday. It was good.
Child, I was at my church all day Friday to get ready for Saturday.
Yes, it was not, but and then
Black excellence.
Yes, yeah, it was. And Michael B. Jordan won 2 awards.
I know this right, Michael.
They brought out Nate Parker and they congratulated him for his Sundance movie, not The Beast of No Nation. That I'm gonna always get that confused. The Beast of No Nation and The Birth of a Nation. For a while, I'm gonna get that confused, so don't judge me. But I heard that the original Birth of a Nation, like KKK, all this stuff, and it was a really good movie.
I told you that.
I didn't see it. I wanted to look for it on Netflix. It wasn't on here.
It's well, you'll be bored because it's a silent picture.
That ain't no words.
It came out 100 years ago. 100 years ago, movies didn't have sound. It was a big controversial film then and today, because the KKK was the main focus of the film. But you know how today, when they make films like that, the KKK are deemed as the bad people. Well, in that film, the KKK were deemed as the good people, because the blacks were trying to take over and destroy everything, and the KKK was like, you know. Of course, they had white people and, you know, blackface or whatever the case may be, but it was today. You know, you look at it today and you're like, this is a very racial film. You watched it? I never watched the whole film. I have watched parts of it, but it was a big movie 100 years ago. It came out in 1915. A big movie, controversial, but you know. And like I said, you probably wouldn't want to watch it because there is no sound to it.
Not bad.
If you watch TCM,
Turner Classic Movies.
Yeah, TCM, Turner Classic Movies. Like I do. Sunday nights, I think it's after 9 o'clock, whatever the case may be, is silent movie night. And TCM will show a lot of old films, silent films, what they used to call them. Which is interesting because, yeah, silent films. And you may catch it one night. TCM may actually air it. But I actually sit and I watch some silent films, and it's crazy because I never would have thought that I would sit and watch a silent film. But some of these silent films, even though you have to read, you know, if you really get into it, you will understand it, and you will actually find yourself saying, oh my God, like, this is good. But you have to really get into it, because I know it's easy for us to watch something like that and be like, bitch, I'm not watching that, because you can't hear nothing. Mm-hmm. Just like a lot of people refuse to watch black and white movies. Just like you said, you never watched I Love Lucy because it was in black and white. You was like,
I know, I'm damn sure.
But it's crazy because if you actually, like for instance, I Love Lucy is beyond funny. It's just beyond funny. But like a lot of silent films, like I said, I never in a million years would have thought that I would actually sit and watch a silent movie. And a lot of the silent films that, not the comedy ones, but the drama, the mystery ones, are really, really good.
Well, I'll try to watch a silent film, which I doubt, but I'll check out for it. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. But I do want to catch up on the Bernie Madoff. Yeah. It was called Madoff. They did a little mini-series about him on ABC, and it's on Hulu, so I got to check that out because I don't want to miss it. But y'all, American crime is getting good. And now they telling this rate from all different perspectives. So you see the mothers get upset. You see the other guy, I'm telling the story by accident. But you'll see how a family treats this person that they found out who was keeping it to themselves. How the gay person, when people find out about them, like some of them want to kill themselves. How the girlfriend who has the boyfriend finds out about what happens. It is good. They talk about the racial tensions that's going on. And if you catch it, if you're caught up, you see that this time they talk about a payout from a previous story that went on at the school about a rape investigation. So it is so good. I get mad because every time you get sucked into the shit and a new scandal comes out, it always cuts off, bitch. The credits come up and I be over it. So sometimes I just want to binge watch and not wait, but it's good. Y'all gotta watch American Crime and Shades of Blue next week with J-Lo. Oh, bitch! It is gonna be good! It's like, I never thought that I would be into watching television shows again. And bitch, I am back. All of these old ass reality shows, let's get tired. I want to start talking about these TV shows. It's good. And you don't even look at J-Lo as J-Lo. You look at J-Lo as Harley. And you don't want to see Harley get all caught. Oh, man. Hi, Drew. It's cute. So, some people say, I want you to start talking about it. Oh, if I start talking about American Crime, oh my God. It's just crazy that now they ain't clear this black boy name. After they know he didn't do the rape, or he ain't had nothing to do with it, they won't even drop his name. Like, it's just crazy. It's just too much going on. But I want to know where it's going to go now. I don't know. But yeah. No, I didn't. Let me tell you, I'm not really into SWV no more. And a lot of people have been tweeting me, tagging me. I don't even know if their show's still come on, but they got a new album out. People saying it's good. Can you review it? I'm just not into them no more. And I think that I'm not gonna say. You know, I don't think. Excuse me. How can I say this?
Why are you not into them?
I don't like their attitudes. And I was watching an interview with them that they did in New York City. It seemed like Coco really had an attitude, like the side eyes that was going on. It was just like, they too old and too grown for this. And if I could read this through an interview, I can only imagine what else is going on behind the scenes. So I'm just not really into SWV like that no more. I mean, it was cute because you wanted to make a comeback because you remember them on the radio, but now it's just like, I don't know. If I see them at a show, hey, but I'm just not into them like I used to be. But something that I am into Destiny's Child getting back together or some shit. I want to see where TLC did with Everybody's Money. Where is this album? When is it coming out? Fill us in. Let us know something. Because it's almost a year since they did this campaign. And we still haven't heard or seen nothing yet.
Well, I ain't donating no money, so I... No, I didn't.
You said they didn't get your point.
No, they were not.
You know, I know you with the TLC. Everybody liked TLC.
Everybody loved TLC. But sometimes it is time to let it go.
Mm-hmm. That's what L.A. Reid said on Wendy Williams.
L.A. Reid ain't never lied. I didn't see it, but I agree. Sometimes, listen, I never said it out loud, but I'm going to say it today. I was so happy that TLC had decided that they wanted to get back together and do this whole, you know. Mm-hmm. But there was a part of me in the back of my head that said, no. Why? Because one of the members is no longer here. You can't ever replace Left Eye. What is a TLC song without Left Eye?
Now I'm still got a whole bunch of verses.
You see what I'm saying?
Put on those songs.
But eventually you're gonna want to hear Left Eye. if you're listening to a TLC song. I'm all here for y'all, you know, I'm here for y'all, you know, but at the end of the day, a career comeback, and one of the major group members is no longer here. It ain't like she just don't want to do it. She's no longer here. No, that's like SWV and no Coco. Destiny's Child, no Beyonce. Boys to Men, no Wanye. You see what I'm saying? Like, it just doesn't make any sense to do that. TLC and TLC. Spice Girls and no Mel B. You can't do that. Like, you just can't do that. Because people are going, and it's going to stick out like a sore thumb. In my personal opinion, when Janet Hubert left The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and they brought on the new mom, Aunt Viv, I wasn't here for the new Aunt Viv. Because her wit and comedy wasn't as funny as the old Aunt Viv. The old Aunt Viv was, but the new one was, and I don't know if any of y'all noticed, but pay attention to The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air when Janet Hubert was on there, and pay attention to when the new one came on. The new one's character was kind of downplayed because of the fact, well, no, I can't say because of the fact, but she was more downplayed than that character was when the old Aunt Viv was on there. You know what I mean? Like, she wasn't as funny to me. She just wasn't. The show was
But you don't think she was as strict either?
As what?
As strict as the old Vivian?
There was something about Janet Hubert and the way she spoke. When she spoke, you felt it. You felt it. When the new mom came on and she spoke, I was just like, you know, oh, yeah, I
used to love when the sisters come on there.
Right.
That was like one of my favorite.
And I think those were the only times when the new Aunt Viv really got her shine was when her sisters was on there. Other than that, it's like she was just on the show. Can somebody answer this question for me? What happened to Nikki?
Did he disappear on the show too?
I'm just saying, what happened now? It was like he was born, he came about. First of all, I thought that was the worst idea when Aunt Viv got pregnant. When she got pregnant, I was
Did the first Aunt Viv get pregnant with Nikki, and then all of a sudden...
Remember, because Janet Hubert was really pregnant.
That was so long ago. Like, I haven't...
You don't remember when she gained all that weight? When she was big? What episode was that? And she was arguing with somebody. Remember, because when she had the baby, it was Janet Hubert was still on the show when she had the baby.
Really?
When they all was in the hospital room with her.
Because I was trying to remember how Nikki was so dark, and then...
Because Janet Hubert.
Anyway. Those were the days back in the day. I used to watch Will Smith on Monday nights.
Yeah, sir. Janet Hubert. And she had gained a lot of weight on the show too. But, you know. Hold on. I don't know too much, so I just keep my mouth shut.
So yeah, I want to say thank y'all for watching today's new video. I know it's Beyonce filled, but y'all like them kind of shows. Good luck to everybody getting tickets. Maybe y'all could get me a ticket to the show, because I won't be buying them right now. Maybe in the future. What else I have to say? I hope that you get better.
All that. I hope I get better too.
Yeah. You've been getting what all day?
I will get better. I'll say it. I'll show you after we turn the camera on. But I will get better. Yeah. You know why? Because the devil is a lie. Yes, he is. You had to see me on the bus when we were going to watch. When I was coming back, every time I coughed, I would say, "Thank you, Jesus." But it was like just to myself. But Beatrice was sitting next to me, and she could hear me say, every time I just said, "Thank you, Jesus," because every time I cough, I was just getting it. I was like, "Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus." It's starting to get on my
nerve.
It's getting on my nerve, and I know it irritates a lot of people. And thank God, people were so nice on the bus. This one lady gave me her entire bag of Halls.
You need the Mentos Plus.
Entire bag of Halls. She said, "Here, take them." And guess what? I ate the entire bag of Halls. And I just worked this next
You're
door.
supposed to suck on them.
I have been sucking on them, bitch.
And it's going like that.
Listen, when I
He's a sucker. On that note, thank y'all for watching.
listen, I've never had a complaint.
We'll see y'all on Thursday night with the new video. Never.